Kids have like an hour left. So get extra comfortable, kids, because after that, y'all gotta go. It's a wrap for y'all, because this thing turns into something that when y'all get older, y'all don't want to come to, okay? So, you know, let's just start to get our groove on a little bit. Then an hour, we put the kids away, it's all good. All right, DJ, let's hit it. Let's do it. Come on. Okay, now.
You see how Diddy is talking about putting the kids away and then the real party begins after that? Word on the street is that most of the time, Beyonce and Jay-Z were left behind for the real party, if you know what I mean.
I was at a party at Diddy crib in LA. This was the beginning of 2020. You know what I mean? Diddy had put everybody else out the crib, like the influx of people, he had put them out. But he had took a liking to me in particular around the time, man. It was really, you know what I mean, like putting his arm around me.
Right.
So he had put majority of the people out, but he allowed me to stay in there. Me and, you know, maybe about 15 others, you know.
Right.
Jay-Z and Beyonce being, you know, two of the other 15 people in the room. So that'll just put it into perspective of the type of company I was in.
Right. Guess what? Queen Bey was allegedly also in those tapes that were recovered from Diddy's mansions. But hold on, there's more to this Beyonce story. So Jay-Z was allegedly spotted meeting up with a criminal attorney and a divorce attorney. Now, the criminal attorney may be because he has possibly been implicated in the crimes that Diddy is being charged with. And the divorce attorney, well, honey, it looks like y'all were right once again. Jay-Z and Beyonce are allegedly heading for a divorce, baby. And Nicki Minaj is also out here doing what other celebrities are afraid of doing, calling out Jay-Z for being involved with Diddy. We are going to be needing a fan right now because even I can't stand all this heat. Okay, one thing I know is that Jay-Z has been doing his best to avoid Diddy since the lawsuit started trickling in. I mean, he even canceled his Grammy brunch party because of Diddy, because he did not know how to uninvite Diddy to the party, and because he couldn't just tell it to his face, he decided to cancel the party. Well, now people are saying that there's no way Beyonce and her husband could be close friends with someone for 2 decades, be business partners, attend their parties, know their family, have countless business ties, vacation together multiple times, know all their kids, and not be complicit or at least mildly aware of their illegal extracurricular activities. Are Beyonce and Jay-Z staying silent about Diddy because everyone knows they're too close and knee deep with him to pretend they don't know about his other illegal actions? Did they participate in illegal extracurricular activities with Diddy? Well, insiders have been saying that Diddy has no intention of going down alone, and he has allegedly started snitching. Based on reports, the next person we expect to follow suit is Jay-Z. What I know is that even before Diddy's cases were made public, there were interviews behind the scenes for about a year, and the things that were made public were not even half of what happened in Cassie's case particularly. Jay-Z and Beyonce were allegedly mentioned in the original lawsuit. The thing is, Cassie's lawsuit was initially 60 pages, but it was narrowed down to 35 pages. And if we already find the things in the 35 pages horrific, imagine what else was in there that had to be edited out. Clearly, what they edited out was worse than what was left in the lawsuit. And apparently in the lawsuit, Cassie also mentioned Jay-Z and Beyonce by talking about something that went down at one of Diddy's parties. Reportedly, what happened at the party was that after Beyonce and Jay-Z witnessed Diddy strike Cassie across the face, Cassie fled upstairs and locked herself in one of the bedrooms. Then Diddy's security tracked her down and Cassie took 30 minutes or more to get herself together. Then, once Cassie was on her way returning to the party, Beyonce and Jessica Alba were waiting in the foyer of the house to check on her. Cassie said that Beyonce was visibly upset, and as Diddy and Jay were walking towards them, Beyonce blew a gasket and screamed at Diddy, telling him that what he did was highly offensive and unacceptable. Apparently, Diddy got on his knees and apologized to Cassie, Beyonce, and Jessica. Based on reports, Beyonce was super mad at Jay-Z, and she asked him why he was comforting Diddy instead of checking him. She reportedly even told Jay that she was starting to lose respect for him. Then after that incident, Beyonce, Cassie, Jessica, and about 20 to 25 people left the party after witnessing what happened or hearing about it. Apparently, allegedly, Cassie left with Jessica and her people because she knew that if she left with Beyonce, Diddy would track her down because of the connections he had with Jay-Z. Cassie was also contacted the next day by law enforcement after the cops showed up to the house the same night after neighbors called and reported that there was chaos in the neighborhood. Someone from the party had called the police anonymously. and reported what happened because Diddy was allegedly questioned about laying his hands on Cassie, but he denied everything and Cassie refused to cooperate or corroborate what was reported. Now, this particular party may not have been a freak-off party, but I have seen threads saying that most of the freak-off parties took place after the public parties, and Diddy himself suggested this in this video that has been making the rounds.
Had like an hour left, so get extra comfortable, kids, because after that, y'all gotta go. It's a wrap for y'all, because this thing turns into something that when y'all get older, y'all don't want to come to, okay? So, you know, let's just start to get our groove on a little bit. In an hour, we put the kids away, it's all good. All right, DJ, let's hit it. Let's do it. Come on.
Okay, now the only reason why Beyonce left early was because she had witnessed what had happened to Cassie, and she was upset. But sources have reported that she was also invited to other freak-offs with Jay-Z, and they are allegedly both on the tapes that were recovered. But you know what? Jay-Z reportedly has so much more to worry about other than being in the tapes, because he is reportedly also being questioned about his crimes, and that is why he was meeting up with the criminal lawyer. And one of the crimes is the Kathy White incident that Diddy has allegedly already snitched on. Now, of course, by right now, you know that Kathy White was Jay's mistress who died mysteriously the year Beyonce got pregnant with Blue, and she died shortly after doing an interview about her relationship with Jay-Z. So the rumor that Jay-Z and Kathy were together was sparked after she and Claudia Jordan were spotted together at a nightclub in Las Vegas sitting at a table with Jay-Z and Diddy in 2010, and Bey was not present. Apparently, allegedly, Jay-Z had been smashing Kathy behind Beyonce's back for longer than Jay and Beyonce had even been married. Now, since the affair was ongoing, it was only a matter of time before fans figured it out and tabloids started reaching out to Kathy for tea. And 2 weeks before she passed, Kathy was contacted by a major tabloid that was investigating the Jay-Z connection. She gave them little information to go on, but according to one of the sources following her conversation with the tabloid, she called Jay and told him that she was going to go public with their affair for a price. Then, about 48 hours after the announcement that Beyonce was pregnant with Jay-Z's baby, Kathy suddenly passed under suspicious circumstances. And the cause of death? A brain aneurysm. But here's the thing, Kathy did not die from a brain aneurysm. According to an NYPD detective, Kathy's cause of death was uncertain, and the detective said that they had the autopsy and toxicology reports done to figure out what really happened to her. Here's what the detective said, quote, "A 911 call came in from an apartment on 130 West 19th Street in Manhattan. An ambulance came and took Kathy because she was sick. They took her to Beth Israel Hospital, and that's where she died. It was too early to be speculating that an aneurysm took her. They will be doing an autopsy later today to check out her cause of death, but someone may have given Kathy a bad drug, so they'll do a toxicology, and we'll have to wait 2 weeks for that report. Tell me why the cause of death was never revealed and the case was swept under the rug? Well, it obviously had Jay-Z written all over it, and just like what's happening with Diddy, Jay-Z's crimes have started catching up with him. That is why he was allegedly meeting with a criminal lawyer. Also, guys, in case y'all missed it, Nicki Minaj has entered the chat and she just moved this entire drama up a notch. Okay, y'all have probably seen how she's been exposing Jay-Z and Tidal for scamming her and trying to silence her with $1 million. Annika was setting the record straight about her part in Jay-Z's sale of his music streaming service, Tidal, claiming both he and Steve Stout are spreading lies. Now, there's been a little bit of back and forth, but now Nicki is saying that Jay-Z is pushing heat her way to try and keep people from talking about him and Diddy. Like she literally wrote on X, "They got to keep the conversation on me so that no one asks about these charges against their BFF. I mean, it seems the 30-year-old tea here is far from stale. Patterns, Yet, Sass, Ugly Alien, Sty, etc. all talking about Annika. Why are they talking about Annika?" In another tweet, Nicki also questioned if Steve and Jay-Z knew about what was going on in Hollywood and whether they participated. She wrote, "Dear Short and Stout, Dick Laffy Taffy Alien, D.I. Breath Saz, we want to know if you were present during of Teenagers and Children. That's what we want to know. Stop during R. Kelly video shoots and stuff. Did you know about Kim Porter and Cassie? Y'all seem to always run in a sort of rap pack, so that's what we, the people, want you and your peeps to speak on, ugly bald-head bowling ball. You ninjas don't have this energy for gangsters in person, only for bees on the internet." She also wrote in yet another tweet referencing her husband, Worried about the tea of a 15-year-old child who was railroaded, but no comments on the TM baby oil that's been going on for decades and as recent as months ago. If 15-year-olds need to be held accountable and told they can't ever move past their past, then what about the 30-year-olds who sat by and were silent, etc.? Alright, not the baby oil Nikki OMG, hilarious. Damn, Annika is B. The barbs better protect her cause Nikki is coming a little too close, y'all, a little too close. Anyway, when it comes to Jay-Z and Beyonce, people are insisting that it's been common knowledge throughout the entire music industry that Diddy was doing what he was doing, and Jay-Z and Beyonce definitely knew too, so they either chose to sacrifice basic morals for Diddy's money and influence, or they were somewhat involved in the schemes themselves. Followers are saying that, at the very least, Beyonce could have distanced herself from Diddy, never been seen with him, avoided his parties, but she didn't. Well, now we have reports claiming that Beyonce was actually in the tapes, and with everything going on, she's allegedly also gearing up to make her split from Jay-Z public. Who knows, maybe this divorce may actually be the Pandora's box we've all been waiting for when it comes to Jay-Z. Allegedly, this split has a lot to do with Diddy, but I guess we are just gonna have to wait for more details. Meanwhile, I would love to know your thoughts on a few things. Do you think Jay-Z will be caught up in Diddy's case? Do you believe Beyonce and Jay-Z were complicit in Diddy's crimes? And what are your thoughts on Jay-Z and Beyonce heading for a separation? Let me know in the comment section below.